know who made it. You know who made it.
Gamble Factory, what is going on? We got Flex Friday Prize Picks stream for you, the first one of our YouTube existence, so I'm super pumped about it. Got your boy ZROB, of course. We got Coach T Posey, and our special guest, man, he didn't show up, so that's disappointing. So maybe we'll get him another time. I'm super pumped. We got a huge NBA slate. Last time we talked, basketball was just 2 games. So I think our slip went like 3-3 or something. I don't know. It wasn't too great. But we got a big slate this time. There's plenty to choose from. We got a nice discount on Jason Tatum here that we'll talk about. Tyler, how you feeling about today?
Feeling pretty good about the day. A lot of picks out there since there's so many games. A lot of good ones. A lot of prize pick bumpage action there.
Oh
So
gosh.
that's a little bit annoying. I mean, I don't know. I hate that it's like that, but it's it is what it is at this point. Like it's bump picks today. Usually on Flex Fridays they're pretty heavy with the bumps. So
Mhm.
there's still good props out there, and I still like quite a few of them. So ready to rock, ready to cook up something good for us.
Yeah, dude. Prize Picks has been crazy with the bumps all day. I mean, they're like bumping stuff that's like only minus 120 odds to hit. Like it's crazy. I mean, they're not letting anybody get much value. But I'll be refreshing the optimizer as we go, just in case. Especially like leading up to the time like lineups like come out, lineups lock. Dude, the optimizer will pop up with good value. Like sportsbooks will like adjust lines, and the optimizer will see that, and you'll be able to take advantage of some good value with NBA. So it's super key to like kind of pay attention to, especially leading up to like right when the first games start. You can usually find some good value. Um, but Price Picks, they're giving us a not a free square, but it's a really good discount on this Jason Tatum over 34.5 PRA. I just feel like we got to take it, man. I mean, if you go, I mean, there's not really much to say. I mean, it's 82% on the optimizer. If you go look last year at his PRA, I mean, if you take it down to, it's at 34.5, right? Let me see.
Yeah, 34 and a half.
I mean, this guy, he hits this number the majority of the time. It's 83%. He's hit this 8 of his last 11 versus Miami. I'm not worried about it. It's a great value. There's no reason to even spend much time on it. Just take the discount and don't worry about it. So, I got mine out of the way, Tyler. I think it's your turn.
Yeah, well, you see, Jose texted us, said he was just freed up from work.
Oh, is he?
Uh, yeah, he just sent that out. So I don't know if you want to get him in here
Yeah,
now.
I'll get him in. Like you're talking about prop. Maybe you can answer some questions. So.
Yeah, sounds great. I actually am going to go with the Russell Westbrook. I'm going to take, there's two different props that I really like for Russell tonight. One of them being his points at 13 and a half. The other being his first half PRA. Both are pretty good. His first half PRA kind of got bumped on us right before we got on stream. You were getting pretty good value there, but he's kind of been on a tear lately, especially there in that first half where he's covered that 14 and a half line in like 6 straight games. The game he missed was a hook at Memphis. In normal time, he's getting anywhere from 16 to 20 minutes a half. He's just productive lately, which is kind of weird to say with Russell and the Clippers, but he's been kind of getting it done. So his first half thing is probably the one I prefer a little bit. I don't think it really matters if you want to go full game, but I just think he's got a little bit better of a matchup for the full game or for the half of the PRA, just because I think he can just do a little bit of everything. Obviously, passing is really well. Uh,
Yeah.
rebounding he does a little bit of. Obviously, averaging a triple-double at one point in his career. Like, he was a beast. So I think I'm going to take his first half PRA at 14.5. Would have loved to grab that at 13.5 when I brought it up in our little group chat. But I think this is great. I mean, they're playing the Jazz. Jazz are not really a great defensive team, especially with point guards. With Taylor Horton-Tucker or Jordan Clarkson guarding him. So I don't really fear either one of those two.
Yeah, dude, I think it's a great prop. Sorry, I'm trying to get Jose in here real quick. Jose's he's a wagon, guys. He's got some good props for us that we're gonna bring. Yeah, so we're trying to get him in here. I love the Russell Westbrook prop, but definitely wish we could have got it at 13.5. I think the 14.5 still definitely cashes.
Yeah, and like I said, if you want to take the 13.5 full points for game, that's fine. It's not bad either. But I'm gonna go with 14.5 at the halftime PRA.
Awesome. While we're waiting on Jose to get in here, I'll go ahead and say my next prop. And you guys already know we can't have a Flex Friday Prizepicks stream without the ultimate wagon, our boy Luka. As you can see, we took his fantasy score at 25.5 earlier. It's bumped up to 27 now. I believe his PRA was at 23.5 earlier. It's been bumped up a point. But for some reason, his points have not been bumped up. And really, like any of his first half props before they get bumped, I mean, they all have basically the same hit rate. So like, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, it would just be wrong not to have a Luka first half prop in this slip the first time we've been able to. I mean, 71% hit rate at this line with Kyrie. He had 18 and 23 points versus Brooklyn last year in the 2 games he played in the first half. Brooklyn doesn't have Claxton tonight, which I think only helps Luka. Not that it really matters to me too much. So give me some Luka first half, 14.5 first half point. So I really think his PRA and fantasy score still probably hits, but I mean, you just gotta lock it in, man. He's gonna hit for you over 70% of the time. So you can't use the Tatum discount for Flex Friday, right? I don't think you can do that anymore. I think they made it to where you can't. So. Where's the guest speaker? He should be coming in here. I'm hoping to get him in here. Tyler?
Yeah. I got to go again?
You got to go again.
The man. I was, banking on Jose coming in here and popping on with some knowledge, but that's all right. I'm going to take a little bit of De'Aaron Fox action tonight. I'm going to take his 1.5 3-pointers made. We've got pretty good odds here for Fox and the over on his threes made. I believe it was at like minus 135 as of last check. I don't even know where it's at now. I can't find it. But you got good odds here, and a guy who shoots just over 5 threes a game, depending on just how you look at it. I think last year it was he averaged like 5.2 attempts per game. So you're looking at 2 for 5. But you look against the war.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did say threes.
I think, that's what I thought. I was just making sure because I don't see it on here anymore. I think
it got bumped.
It got removed. So.
Okay, well that is great. Well then, that was one of my next props. I really like that one.
I don't see it on here. I was just making sure. It was so like I said, like Prizepicks is bumping everything, guys. So we got to be kind of quick.
I mean, literally like 2 minutes before the stream started.
Wasn't even like a super like plus EV prop either. I mean, it was like 53.5% on the optimizer, so like nothing crazy. So it shouldn't have got removed.
No. That's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's just part of it. I mean, Prizepicks, they get
subscribe.
waxed when I guess is why they're being so stingy on everything. So, I have another one if you want me to go while you're thinking.
Yeah, let me go back to this. Yeah.
Okay. Tyler's going back to the drawing board. I'll go ahead and say I don't know how Tyler feels about it. I kind of brought it up right before stream. I'm thinking Kuminga over 9.5 points tonight in a matchup versus the Kings. So, game 1 of the year, he played 20 minutes. There's no Draymond. There was no Draymond that game. There's no Draymond tonight. We're getting a game with a 238 total. He saw 20 minutes in his first game. He should see that again tonight with no Draymond. You're getting this prop at like minus 134 across the books, which is solid. So see, he had 12 in his first game last year. He had 15 versus the Kings in the one game that he played over 15 minutes in. Kuminga, when he gets the minutes, he is a high producer, and this year I think he's going to continue to get more usage. I mean, this guy's an athletic freak. Last year he hit this at a 67% clip when playing at least 15 minutes, and then when he got the extra 5 minutes to 20, which is I think closer to what he gets tonight, he could even get more minutes. But if he plays at least 20 minutes, he hits this at a 79% rate. So I really don't see any reason why Kuminga doesn't get 20 plus minutes tonight. I don't know. It feels like a really good prop to me. Tyler, what do you think about Kuminga?
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as he gets some minutes, I don't see any problems with that. He's been pretty efficient with his shooting. So yeah, I'm thinking that 20 to 25 minute mark is pretty safe, and like you said, like if he gets to that regard, like he's going to have a chance to go over that 9.5 pretty easily. Just shown to do it quite a bit. So I really like that one as well.
Awesome. So that gives us, we got the Tatum discount, we got Russell Westbrook first half PRA, Luka first half points, and Jonathan Kuminga over 9.5 points. We can answer a couple questions. We got 125 in here. That's freaking awesome.
Man, I have my other prop ready.
All right.
I should have just said it before. I had this one before. I don't know why I didn't say it. But I'm going to go with Devin Vassell and Fred VanVleet combo 5 threes made. We're looking at two guys that put up a ton of threes. You look back to last year, and VanVleet, obviously a different team, but he's shooting anywhere from 7 to 10 threes a game at a pretty decent clip, hitting 3, 4, 5, and most of his games is where I think his 3-point prop usually is set at 2.5, and we never get it on Prizepicks because he's always really efficient with hitting that. So that's more of a book prop. So you're pretty much getting a 3 prop with him with 3, with obviously a great potential to get well over that. He hit 4 in game 1 with only 6 attempts. Kind of got blown out, so I'm sure he lost a few minutes against Orlando. I don't think that's the case tonight. I don't see any reason for the Spurs to absolutely blow out the Rockets. The Spurs are not that good either. So I do think Fred VanVleet gets anywhere from 7 to 10 attempts, and making 3 is a pretty good likelihood. And then you go, then you go to Devin Vassell, and he's another guy who puts up a ton of threes, 7 or so a game. Last season, didn't take as many in game 1, but again, 1 for 6. It's not that big of a difference, and obviously not very efficient against Dallas. But I think with Houston's lack of ability to really guard, that Vassell continues to get the same volume, and I don't see any reason why he can't hit 2 or 3 with a little bit more efficiency. So with just 5 threes, and I think they attempt anywhere from 12 to 15 between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think 5 is too big of a problem. You're sitting at 33% on 2 really good 3-point shooters.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would expect that volume as well. Hopefully more. That'd be nice. But maybe they don't even really need it too. So they could, either one of them can go out and have like 3 or 4 threes themselves. So YFS said, "Isn't it beautiful hitting 1K?" And he's absolutely right on that. You guys got us there last night, and we appreciate the heck out of you. It looks so much better having a 1K there instead of the 900. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. How do we feel about Kuminga PRA? I like that one too. I just took the points just because the odds were a little bit better on it. So got it before you guys' video.
Yeah, so I can go ahead and give my next one. It's one that Chapino just typed in the chat. So he said he's having problems getting in the stream.
Okay.
But it's one that me and him talked about in our chat, and I liked it, and I know he was going to just go ahead and take it. But I would have used it as well. It's Sabonis first half PRA as well. He's another first half wagon for us. Let me check before I say it, because it could have got bumped since I've been on stream.
It's still 18.5.
Okay, so it's still 18.5, which is another really good prop for us, because he is a wagon. He tends to come out hot and cover this at an extremely high rate. You look at his total PRA for the game, and it's sitting at 37.5, favored like 125 over. You do a little bit of math, and you're getting a discount in the first half. and somebody who's already very efficient in the first half. Last game, he did only, however, no, he didn't cover it. But he hooked. I mean, so he's sitting right there at it. And he's a guy that just comes out and shreds in the first half. He's a little bit off pace and rebounding last game. Kind of knocked him off the pace. But he's hit this in like 9 out of his past 11 games. Like, he's just extremely efficient in the first half. I mean, he's shooting well over 50%. The only times he's not covered is, a random night of 25%. So you get a guy like Sabonis, and you're kind of getting a first half discount on somebody who feasts in the first half. I'm going to take this every time. And it looks like they're playing the Warriors. So, I mean, what is King Kevon Looney slowing down? Will Kevon Looney get a ton of minutes? No. You look at the Suns game 1, and Nurkic went up against him. Nurkic finished with 14 rebounds and 14 points. Obviously, Sabonis is a little bit better of a rebounder and certainly a scorer and passer. Sabonis just too many things for me to not take him here in any matchup, essentially at 18.5, and especially if I'm getting a small discount, even if it is just that small, a half-point discount between first half and full game. I'm going to take that every single time.
Yeah, and I pulled up Sabonis versus the Warriors in the first half on StatMuse. He's played 3 games against them when he's on the Kings, and he has a game where he had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. So that's 27, 14, 11, and 4. That's 29, and then a game that's 14, 6, and 3. So that's 23. So 3-3 versus the Warriors. I mean, we got and well over. So.
And Tyler has the cool voice thing. Apparently, said Ivan. So I guess it's my robot voice activated mode. So
it's only some of the times I go back and just to see how your voice is, and it's only sometimes that you have the robot voice.
I think those streams have been most effective. I think Ivan's right. I think like 6 out of 6 is on the way. I mean, last night we were freaking right there at it, man. That one was pretty frustrating.
That was a brutal one.
Because we were right there. Godwin didn't even give up one target second half, and Diggs caught a ton of balls, but couldn't get the yard. I mean, man, we predicted that game script so perfectly to not come up with a sweep for you guys. It was certainly heartbreaking.
I got a question from Leandro. He's on Betr. Betr's great, and it's surprising. Apparently, Luka's at 7.5 assists on there. Definitely take that over the PRA. I think a PRA is a tad high on Betr, but 7.5 assists is a pretty good value. I bet you.
Yeah,
he's bumped on.
Yeah, that's in my Flex Friday slip in my when I posted.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I love the 7.5 assists.
You're getting good value there. I'm actually may take that later, so appreciate you.
Yeah,
letting us know.
He's bumped 8 on Prizepicks, of course. I mean, we knew it would be.
Kuminga getting 14.5 fantasy score.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, he's getting 10 points. So.
Oh, easy. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom out so we can get this whole slip in here. We've got 118 of you guys in here. Appreciate you hopping in here on a Friday. So sorry we couldn't get our boy Jose in here. We'll try again next time. So let me get that out of the way. Pull this down. So there's a slip. That's what we're going for right now. I'm gonna actually take it really quick before it gets bumped because
send me the link.
It will. What all first half props we got? We got Westbrook first half, and we got Sabonis first half PRA, Luka first half points, and then we're going with the discount on Tatum. Then we got Fred VanVleet and Vassell combo prop 3s. I just don't see how that doesn't at least push. So
yeah, I really like that one.
And then Kuminga, 9.5 points.
And we got a banger.
That is a banger, dude. Flex Friday streams for basketball, or not Flex Friday streams, but just Flex Friday slips last year were absolute money. So hopefully it works. Prizepicks is being slow. All right.
Yeah, so Life with Cam, you have one with opposite square. Just instead of that one, I think Chapino or Jose mentioned he liked Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's assist. So I think if you want to replace the thing, then you can throw in Shea's assist for that, is what Jose said. Banger. I barely know her. Come on, Carly.
Yes. Let's see. For $1,250, Reeves sold me. Or you sold
I
Tyler
think,
too.
yeah, he sold me for 40x, bro.
Asar Thompson or Asar Thompson fantasy score. I like Asar today. He's got a great matchup. So
Yeah, I actually took in my Flex Friday slip. I took his rebounds at 6.
what's your favorite prop right now?
My favorite prop is probably Sabonis first half.
I'm gonna say the Jason Tatum discount. I'm just playing.
You
It's Luka first half, man. It's always that's the wagon. It's always gonna be him.
You said it's always Luka.
Do y'all like DFox threes? Yeah, I think it got removed though. If it's back
Yeah,
up there, then it's a good prop.
Yeah, I was going to take it in this slip had it not been removed, honestly.
Favorite pair of Tatum? I mean, probably Luka or Sabonis PRA. I was hoping something nasty would pop up on the optimizer so they could just hammer it on stream. That would be huge, but nothing is going on right now.
Yeah, I bet you something pops out around 5:15.
Usually like 5 Central Time to like 6 Central Time, dude. That's the hour leading up to the time lineups lock.
Yeah.
Shit's going down. So
yeah, and unfortunately tonight will be my very first basketball game I'm coaching for the season. So yeah, I'm gonna miss all that value probably.
there's actually some pretty solid parlay plays. There's Garner Minshew over 30.5 pass attempts at 60% on the optimizer.
Well, that's clutch.
Dalton Schultz over 3 receptions at 58.5 on the optimizer. That's pretty solid right there. Didn't the combo prop that Tyler brought up is actually on Parlayplay at 55%. Don't know why it's not popping up on Prizepicks. It should be.
It was just not like that high of a percentage.
Gotcha. Well, it's up to 55.3 on Parlayplay, so.
Yeah, I'm guessing they do that different payouts, so I think that's why it's
I think you're right.
calculated a little differently.
There's some solid play. That's a good slip right here, guys. If you're on Parlayplay.
Yeah, you're gonna get bumped on Parlayplay and Prizepicks the next. I bet we get bumped on this Prizepicks slip in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, it's gotta.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's something.
Simons from the Blazers is questionable with a thumb issue. Maybe Yeah, I think that's so. Henderson's props bumped. He was like at 21.5 PRA, I think, and it got bumped up to like 23.5. So.
Yeah, I was about to call that out on stream. Him or DeAndre Ayton, and both got bumped before stream because of that news.
Yeah, so dude, whenever you get like questionable dudes or somebody gets ruled out, go try and find that value. Especially like, I mean, you can do it yourself or you can like use the optimizer because the optimizer is going to update almost immediately once the sports books start changing their lines too.
Eric said, "Put that slip back, please."
I got it back up there.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, I'm about to hop off, man. I got to take care of some stuff around the gym.
All right, bro. Good luck in your game tonight. I may hang around and talk to everyone for a few more minutes. So.
Sounds good. Peace, chat. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Here's a slip. How does the optimizer thing work? So like, I can show you guys. I'll kind of do a quick rundown on it. I love this thing, especially for basketball. Like, it's the most useful tool. I mean, you could literally most days just like get on it like 1 hour before the times, like right before game starts, and just refresh this thing every couple minutes. And a lot of the times you're gonna find good value. All it does is literally just take the odds from all these sports books that you see right here and compares them to the line Prizepicks has. So like Prizepicks, they're gonna have the same payout no matter what. These sports books, they have different lines based on what they want to pay out. So like, for example, we'll use like this Lauri Markkanen on the sports books, like on DraftKings, he's minus 205, which is very, very, very heavy odds to go under 8.5, which is why you see him at 8 on Prizepicks. Prizepicks bumped him down because they don't change their payout based on the line. So in order to not just like take an absolute beating on, like if he was 8.5 on Prizepicks, everybody would be like going really hard on putting money on Lauri Markkanen's under. So in order for Prizepicks not to take a beating, they have him bumped down to 8. So a lot of times you can use this optimizer to find really good value before Prizepicks is adjust, because they're not as quick as the sports books are to adjust. Hoping this all makes sense too. I can answer some questions afterwards. But like for example, like there's this. It's called Plus EV. A lot of you probably know about it, but maybe some of you don't. It stands for Plus Expected Value. So like the best slips to take are on Prizepicks normally, which is why me and Tyler also do it, is 5-pick flexes and 6-pick flexes, because you only need an average odds of minus 119 to hit. So like you could literally sort like only Prizepicks recommended plays, and it's not going to give you everything to look at. It's just going to tell you, all right, the lowest play I'd put into slip is Terry Rozier under 8.5 rebounds and assists. It's like you literally don't have to do any research if you don't want to. Me and Tyler still like doing it. We kind of do a mixture of plus EV and research both. Like I'm personally, I wouldn't take Asar Thompson's under rebounds, but like mathematically speaking, it's a good play because you go look at DraftKings, he's minus 170 under 6.5. That's a really good prop. So, but like you can literally, it has all the different apps. So I hope that helps. I know it's not only one person asked, but I know I get a lot of questions about it all the time. I need to do a video specifically on it. But like it just makes it really easy. Like this Gardner Minshew over 30.5 pass attempts, that's a really good play on Parlayplay because if you look, he's 31.5 and he's when you get the minus symbol, that's a favorite. Like that's how much. So like he's favored to go under at minus 130, and like the lower that goes, like say it went to like minus 160, he'd be even better favored on the over 31.5. So like when you get like you look at all these books, they're all at 31.5. FanDuel's at 32.5. So like you look at Parlayplay and you're like, all right, you're getting really good value. He's favored to go over 31.5, and then you're also getting an extra point of value on Parlayplay. So. Yeah, Torrance said the optimizer extremely clutch and a lifesaver. I have made incredible money using it. Yeah, and it's smart to use. I mean, you literally don't have to do any research. I still do. I still like doing it. But I mix them together. And there's a link below. You can check it out in our description. So Torrance recommends getting it. Denise said that was very helpful. Always wanted to ask. Yeah, I can do some more streams too on the DGF optimizer. I get a lot of questions about it. A lot, so like I think you guys just like watching me make slips with it or asking questions while I'm making slips with it would be helpful. Yep, and Torrance is spot on. He said you get an advantage or edge over the sports books. And that's spot on because like for example, like you don't want to play a prop usually it doesn't go down low enough, but like if it was only 50% odds to hit on Prizepicks, like you really wouldn't want to put that in your slip. Like you would be more beneficial to take that over on a sports book because you're going to make more money on it. And in the long run, like it adds up. You may not think like only a couple dollars makes a difference, but in the long run, it really adds up because you want any edge you can get in trying to beat these like Prizepicks and Underdog, Parlayplay, and all of them. So yeah, the optimizer, it's not $200. It's $200 a month for the correlation tool. So this part right here, I think we can look. It's not $200 though a month for, I don't know why this is being slow. So the fantasy bundle, that's when you can look at the optimizer and look like the top value plays. If you wanted to do it yearly, it's $50 a month. But if you just want to do it monthly, which is what I personally like doing, I don't know why I should do it yearly because I've had it for like 2 years now. But it's $60 a month. The correlation tool is what you're talking about. That's a lot more expensive. $200 a month. It's also really helpful. But it's also a lot more expensive too. So not everybody. I don't recommend everybody doing it because also when you do the correlation tool, you're gonna play a lot of slips in order to, like you can see the correlation tool is very profitable. It's up 345 units since 8/18. But you gotta play a lot of slips. So like it takes, in my opinion, it takes a little bit bigger bankroll even if you're just doing $5 bets. So I usually try and recommend like just a DFS optimizer, which is a fantasy bundle. So anything you'd like for the Memphis and Nuggets game? I'm kind of interested in like Tillman, but I don't love the matchup versus Jokic. So like I know Tillman, like his PRA was like it's okay, just based off the odds, excuse me, but just kind of a tough matchup. Jaren Jackson Jr. could very well go off. I don't know. Does he usually ball out versus Jokic? I thought I looked that up earlier. I can't remember. I mean, I don't know. He can rack up some blocks, so like maybe fantasy score for him. But like you can see here, he doesn't really get like a ton of rebounds. Doesn't get any assists hardly. So as long as he stays out of foul trouble, like he'll probably have a good game. You can see like a couple games here. He only played 21, 22 minutes, but he's probably in foul trouble. So makes it a little scary taking Jaren Jackson Jr. against Jokic. Oh yeah, definitely opt into the promos because the Prizepicks just changed it. I did on purpose so people would forget. So definitely make sure you do that. What do you think about Zubac going over? Yeah, I like it. I think he was favored nicely over 7.5 earlier on the books. Yeah, he's like minus 170 on DraftKings. I usually use DraftKings, by the way, or Pinnacle to look at their lines, but I like looking at the average across the whole board. FanDuel, I usually don't trust their odds as much, but Zubac, I mean, that's a pretty solid prop, I think. I wish he was still at 7.5. I don't know why he's not popping up. Let me refresh props.cash. Yeah, Jose said he took Jaren Jackson Jr. under 8 rebounds. He's only gone over once versus the Nuggets, so I mean there's a good chance he gets in foul trouble. Zubac over rebounds. Yeah, dude. Zubac's gonna have a big role this year. He played 25 minutes the first game versus Portland, which like they're not gonna be a good rebounding team. Probably like I don't know any matchup against Ayton. I'm not worried about. But let's see. They have the Jazz tonight. So like last year they gave it up average in the league on rebounds. He obviously torched them each year. So yeah, I don't mind a Zubac rebounds play at all. Let me get back on the screen. This is a slip. I don't know if I'm sure everybody in here has had it by now. Appreciate you guys hopping in here. We're probably about to get out. Let's see, it's 3:30, so we got a couple more hours to the basketball game start. Jalen Williams, what specifically about him? Let me get back to my Prizepicks app. I mean, I love me some Jalen Williams. The matchup versus Cleveland usually isn't something I love to target, even though I took Chet earlier versus them. But they were a pretty good defense last year. Jalen Williams, you can see at least based off the like books, according to Prizepicks line, he's favored under. Except for his points, favored a little bit over. His best prop according to the odds is under his PRA, just because he's a little bit higher on Prizepicks than he is some of these other ones. So, not my favorite prop. Yeah, Jose, we'll get you in here next time. We'll get it figured out. I don't know. It could be something we were already streaming, so I don't know if it's gonna work getting you back in here. So, first half PRA. Are you the one that asked about Jalen Williams? Yeah. Let's check it out real quick. 11.5. Whoo! I know why you're bringing it up because he's greened out on the game logs. Wow, going well over. I mean, those games are all preseason games right there. And like, you gotta look San Antonio. That's a high-paced matchup. Detroit, high-paced matchup. Milwaukee. I mean, they're a better team, but they probably weren't playing anybody. And Chicago's just, they're not like insane lockdown defense or anything like that. But the Thunder played a high pace, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. I don't know if I'm gonna take it now, but that's something to keep an eye on. If he stays like hitting like 5 or 6 over that line, this is definitely something we should take later on. Jo asked about better slips. I do need to get some better slips out because they have some good promos. If you guys haven't yet, you need to. Today's the last day to take the 200x slip on Betr. Like you can play all NBA 8-man and get 200x payout, which is insane. I tried. I failed. I think mine went 4-4. But I would definitely love to see one of you guys hit it. And there's also a thing you can opt in on Betr. You get $1 for every Warriors 3-pointer. So hopefully the Warriors shoot like 100 threes tonight and make a big chunk of them so we can make some money. Jose, you definitely shouldn't have had to download another app, I don't think. So I don't know what that's about. Torrance AG is 18.5 on Prizepicks, but he's 17.5 on most of the sports books. So good value on the under. Yes, sir. I mean, anytime you can get like any type of discrepancies, that's huge, and that's what I look for, especially like when lines drastically change. And then like earlier, I got Mostert at 65.5 rush yards, and he was at 49.5 on all the books. So like that was good value there. That's why I love the optimizer. It just makes it easy when things change because you can't look at every single line on every app all the time. But I mean, there's some solid value you could take on slips right now. But I'm not going to take anything else. I've already played a lot of slips today, so I'm waiting for things to really pop up if I'm going to take something else. But I think I'm going to get out of here, guys. We got that slip locked in. Somehow it hasn't been bumped yet. With how crazy Prizepicks has bumped everything today, I'm very surprised that it hasn't been bumped. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't know. We may be back tomorrow night to talk some football. I don't know. I haven't talked with Tyler yet. We will for sure be back for Sunday Night Football to talk that. But good luck. I hope everybody cashes their slips tonight. I hope everybody robs Prizepicks with their Flex Friday slip. They deserve it. They deserve to get a 25x taken by every single person in here. So let's cash out, and we will see you guys on the next one. And appreciate you guys. Oh, bless Ricky said, love the Kuminga play. Love to hear it, my man. But we're getting out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Before you leave, make sure you're subscribed and like this.